Please enjoy this Buzz on Biz podcast. You can hear the Buzz on Biz radio show weekdays from noon to 1 on News Talk Sports 1630 WRDW. Streaming online at WRDWAM.com.
And we are joined in studio by David Noyce from Southpaw Roofing. We're going to talk about the Southpaw Roofing Youth Baseball Camp. Find out more about the business at southpawroofing.com. David, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me, John.
Let's talk about the business first. Southpaw Roofing, how long have you been with them?
I've been with them for 10 years.
Have you really?
Yes.
Tell me about the business. What do you guys do?
Well, we're a full-service roofing company. I've been in business over 32 years. My father-in-law started the company back then, and we've been working hard to keep people dry ever since then.
It's got to be tough to do that kind of business now, this time of the year.
It is. It's hot, but, you know, the storms tend to happen when it's hot like this, so we've got to work in it, and we know how to get it done. So,
Is summertime the busy time? Is it seasonal? Is roofing seasonal? Is summertime when it's busy?
It's busy in the summer, and it is a little seasonal. Towards the spring, we get a few more heavy storms, but we stay pretty busy year round.
What's a busy month? Like, how many homes would you guys do?
Well, we try to do a roof a day.
Really?
So
okay,
that's 5 a week, and that's a pretty safe bet.
All right. We're going to talk about the youth baseball camp. Let's go to the particulars of the youth baseball camp. It's when and where?
Saturday, September 9th, from 9 to 2 at Riverview Park in North Augusta.
Obviously, you played Major League Baseball. Talk a little bit about your career. How long did you play?
I played at Furman University for three years, and then I was drafted.
Okay.
So I went into the minor leagues. Played 6 years in the minors, and I actually didn't get to the big leagues. I got hurt in Double-A, had 2 major arm surgeries, and that did it. That did it for me. But along the way, I met a lot of really nice people, a lot of really smart people, and learned a lot about the game, and that's kind of what's brought this whole camp thing around.
Did you have to be told you were done, or did you know you were done?
No, I knew. I rehabbed for a whole year, blew it out again, had another surgery, rehabbed another year, and it wasn't there.
Again, from the sidelines, we hear a lot about. It seems like. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's why we invented this show. More and more kids, more and more young pitchers are having surgery.
Absolutely, and
it's got to be concerning.
Very much so, and that's a major reason that we do this camp.
So tell me about that. Tell me about what you guys talk to the kids about and how you deal with that.
Right. Well, first of all, I do a lot of youth coaching. So I run into coaches from all over the CSRA and all over the country, and I see the way they handle their kids, their pitchers, and it's not healthy. They throw too much. They throw breaking balls too early. It's just a lot of things that they don't need to be doing. And the coaches, they're innocent. They don't know any better. But there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. The right way is to minimize the pitches, teach the kids proper mechanics, and teach them to pitch with a fastball. And that's what we're going to harp on in this camp is, if you want to be a pitcher at any level, if you can't throw a fastball for a strike, then you need to go on. And it doesn't matter how hard you throw.
Right.
But that's job number one. And that's, as coaches, that's what we have to educate other coaches so they start teaching that as well.
The camp is for kids ages what to what?
8 to 12.
Okay, 8 to 12. We're talking with David Noyce from Southpaw Roofing, the Southpaw Roofing Youth Baseball Camp coming up in a couple of weeks. So the camp will be all facets of the game, all positions in the game?
Yes, it will. I've got several buddies that I used to play with, several of them with big league experience, most of them local guys, but I'm flying in. I've got a buddy, Steve Smythe, who pitched in the big leagues, who's flying in from California. I've got professional instructors at every position. Each child will go through each station to meet every coach.
Oh, okay.
So you're not just showing up to do one thing. You're going to learn
I pitch.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So
you do whatever, you get to do it all.
Okay.
And learn it all and learn the right way mechanically to do it.
What's if besides the kids and pitching and maybe breaking balls too soon, is there a common denominator? Is there something that these kids don't know about the game almost universally?
most of them don't know that it requires hustle and hard work. Most of who I am is based on what I learned on the baseball field, and that's lacking a lot these days. And that's what I'm passionate about, is teaching these kids that you work hard, you get what you want.
Are the kids today different in that respect than they were when you were growing up or when I was growing up?
I think so. I mean, I remember.
I know Pete Rose ran to first base on a walk.
Right.
On a walk.
That's right, and that's how I learned the game, and that's all I know. So when I see it another way, I feel like I got to do something about it.
Are they receptive?
Very much so. These kids, they see, several of these guys I'm bringing in are big leaguers, and that's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
That's playing at the absolute highest level you can play at, and these kids understand that, and they get excited. And that's why I make sure I have some of these guys there, because I want the kids to listen. I want there to be a change made. When they leave, I want them to be a different ball player.
How, again, back to when, you were a kid after I was a kid, but it seems we're in a world full of soccer these days, and maybe not necessarily baseball. Are kids still interested in baseball as much as they were when you were growing up?
I think so.
Are they?
I do. And they tend to play it year-round, which I don't necessarily love. I think they need to play every sport. But I see a lot of interest in baseball, from a very young age on up through high school and college. I mean, these kids, they all take lessons. They all work out. They do a lot for the love of the game.
Even 8- and 9-year-olds.
Yes, even 8- and 9-year-olds.
So when should a young man start throwing a breaking ball?
When he can shave. That's a generalization, but it's pretty accurate. Again, I think the most important thing is to be able to pitch with a fastball. And you talk to the greatest pitchers to ever do it, and that's how they were good.
Yeah.
16, 17, start spinning that curveball. And if you have good mechanics and you know how to pitch, then that's an easy thing to do.
Okay. Well, let's go through the logistics of the day itself. So it's Saturday the 9th.
Saturday the 9th. From 9 to 2.
Where?
At Riverview Park in North Augusta.
And the best way for someone to sign up for this? Well, let's talk about kids at any level of the game.
Yes. Anybody 8 to 12, come on out. It doesn't matter, how good you are. We don't care. We just want to, have a chance to talk to the kids.
So what's the best way for them to sign up?
Show up at 8 o'clock at Riverview Park. 8 to 8:45, we're going to register.
Okay, nothing.
No pre-register.
Okay, great. All right.
Just show up, and we'll have you sign a few pieces of paperwork, and we'll get started.
And do we want? You may not want to answer this. I apologize. And do we want the parents to go away?
Actually, I like the parents to be around and see what we're teaching.
Okay.
It's a teaching event. It's trying to change the culture of baseball in the CSRA, which is a pretty big aspiration.
Yeah.
But that's what we're trying to do. So I want them to hear it.
Let me ask you that why there's so much symmetry because you work at Southpaw Roofing. I assume that's why they're involved. That's why they're sponsoring this. But so you bring Southpaw Roofing philosophy just comes naturally to this event.
Right.
That's why Southpaw is behind it.
Well, absolutely. Southpaw is a family-owned company. We're all family, so it's that simple, and we're all passionate about the same things. We all care a lot about the kids, so it's a no-brainer to put the company name on the thing.
Yeah, and it helps.
Yeah.
Southpaw. He is David Noyce from Southpaw Roofing, Youth Baseball Camp, and Southpaw Roofing. Again, the website for the business, southpawroofing.com. David, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, John.